No one should be alone, right? Okay, but what if we are talking about a serial killer? My Betta. I call him Henry. Henry II. Yeah. He looked bored. However, I hate harming animals, so I was afraid to put in another living creature, aside from armored snails. So Henry spent his days alone. Until one day I saw a huge Betta at a friend's house living with caridinas. Since my tank is heavily planted, I decided to give it a shot and try eating shrimps. After almost 2 months, 4 out of 5 are still alive. They are super fast, so they can escape if they need to. Well, okay, Henry murdered the one that is missing right in front of my eyes, but in reality, it was more me who murdered it before. It's a terrible story, so I need to tell you. So Henry got finrod. So I gave him a salt bath, quarantined him, and did some tank cleaning. I never do that. All my tanks are wannabe no water change ecosystems. So, while cleaning, I accidentally sucked up one shrimp, despite trying so hard not to. And I didn't notice, so it stayed trapped here in the tubes. After 5 days, I took this again to do another small water change. Once I filled it with water, I saw shrimp. I thought it was that. But after a while, I noticed it was moving after 5 days without water. Miracle? So a rescue mission started. Finally, it got through the strain itself, so I put it back in the aquarium. Of course, it must have been too much for this poor shrimp, so after 2 days, it floated around in the tank. It looked like it was dying. It was super slow. Yeah, and Henry took the chance, bit it to its belly, and killed it. He didn't even bother to eat it afterward. However, since then, nothing has happened. They often get very close, and it doesn't seem to bother either Henry or the other shrimps. Oh, and this female shrimp seems to have eggs. So it might not be such a disaster in the end. Yes, the aquarium turned yellow is the almond leaves, but Henry and the shrimps seems to be much more active since I put them in, so I guess I'll keep it that way. It should help with the fin rot and shrimp eat it. By the way, did you know these leaves grow above and fall into the waters where wild bettas live? Oh yeah, and a quick update on my resurrection jar. So if you didn't see the previous video, you should definitely go and check it. But yeah, this is how it turned out. Even worse than the first one. And it smells. Oh, it smells so bad. Yeah, nothing really lives in there. I think there's some mold. Oh, it stings. Well, I found out that you are not supposed to take the litter from streams or from rivers. You should better go somewhere where the water is still. So I went to a local pond, and it looks even worse. So I don't know, well, I'll try it again. I'm not giving up. It's the source, right? It's not me.